Comrades, brothers and sisters, and the people of this locality who are also attentively attending this election rally of Left and Democratic Front. I am here to come in support of Comrade Shailaja, contesting Bhattakara parliamentary constituency as an LDF nominee, and also a person, Comrade Shailaja, who needs no introduction. She is not only a national figure but also internationally famed because of his work as a health minister of the LDF government of Tripura during the COVID pandemic. What was the difference? Why her name went throughout the globe? It is because when the government at the center was busy in making the big drug companies and health business, nursing homes, giving them big business and giving them big monies by using his administration at the time of COVID pandemic, when people are dying even without oxygen. The people died in COVID. Those who died because of COVID, more than that, died without proper health care during that period. Kerala was the lone exception throughout the country because they followed an alternative path. When central government's priority was to fill the pockets of big business, particularly those in health business and pharmaceutical business, this government priority was there to save the people from the disaster and ensure their human livelihood. These are the two alternative policy, one for the people, one against the people. One for the people, the friend of the people, and another the enemy of the people. I have come here to request to the people of this Bhattakara Lok Sabha constituency, the common people, that don't put into the trap of the enemy of the people, which is the government sitting at the center led by corporate communal nexus, and stand by firmly in support of the LDF candidate who fought this massacre with a clear alternative pro-people policies. This is the difference. And in between, this opportunist element, they may not be with BJP, but in between, who are also a candidate in this constituency, also give them a right message. Opportunism does not pay finally. It can temporarily pay, but it cannot pay finally. So again I repeat my appeal to make Comrade Shailaja victorious from this constituency. That we will be doing who are hearing the meeting. What is important? From today, the day of election, this period, it is not only you, those who are not access to this meeting, reach them in the entire constituency, house to house, man to man, within their family, and bring them this take them this message to them, that this election will decide the fate of the Indian nation. One, destroying the national economy only to benefit the big businessman. who are in partnership with the foreign companies, they are least interested about the national economic interest. That is one. And another, those who are fighting with an alternative policy package with a goal to have a self-reliant, independent, sovereign economy based on the Constitution, based on our basic republican values and secular values and socialist values. We the people, the Constitution, that is under severe, ferocious attack by the present incumbent government in the center. And in all occasions of such attack, we have seen that except left and democratic forces, all other forces have taken the die-hard opportunist stand. They did not fight. They did not fight abrogation of Article 370. They did not fight CAA. They did not fight electoral bond scheme, the highest global financial scam, which is proved by the Supreme Court. They did not fight other anti-people measures like labor codes and others. Only left and democratic force standing inside the parliament, they fought and opposed. And thereafter they went to court, challenging and demanding for scrapping of those anti-national provisions. And in that process, Supreme Court has given the judgment on electoral bond. But they made some speeches, not even stood opposed inside the floor of the parliament. That is the opportunism. And that's why it is important that at the time of election, both the issues to be understood in clear terms and fought back, choosing the right person who cannot be sold. Who cannot be sold by offering a ticket or a ministership. It is the LDF candidates. We have seen in the soil of Kerala also how many big political families, their members, have switched over for a ticket. They sold their conscience and faith. Whereas the left and democratic candidates, they could never be sold. They can never be sold. Because they have a clear philosophy, ideology, and a clear, based on that, an alternative policy perspective. In the soil of Kerala, your LDF government is fighting with that alternative policy perspective, which has benefited of the people of Kerala also in a big way. And while doing it, it has to confront the nasty conspiratorial sabotage by the central government at every point. But yet they did not leave the field. They are still on the fight. And that's why LDF must win in order to save the country, in order to save the nation, in order to save the people. Just briefly bring certain facts to you, you may be knowing it, but I think it should be taken to people. Number one, Modi's guarantee, which is absolutely false, a lie campaign. You know it out of your own people's experience, day-to-day experience. Only this thing to be brought, because media is creating such a hype. For that, people has to be reiterated. They told to every year 2 crore job will be created. Last 9 years, there should be 18 crore new jobs in the country. But their figure says the different thing. In 16-17, total 41 crore 52 lakh people were on the job, wage employment. In 22-23, it has not increased. It should increase by 18 crore. Instead of 1 crore, 2 crore, it should be 60 crore. But actually it has declined by 70 lakh in 10 years of Modi rule. Not only that, during the same period, the quality of employment, those who are regular workers, they have gone in state casual contract worker who are not getting job, even for all the 5 days in a week, all the 20 days in a month. It is all favoring the corporates to suck their blood and earn their profit. And as a result, again, they told that farmers' income will be doubled by 2023. They also told everybody's income will increase. Again, that shows in 16-17, whatever average income was there, it has gone down, declined. If you take the price rise into account, and which price rise? Price of not motor car, price of food, petrol, diesel, vegetable oil, dal, anaj, transport cost, your communication cost, your electricity bill. These are the items which takes away our income from food and keep you hungry. That has increased like anything. And actual term, the income has declined. Another false statement they are propagating. And third, in 16-17 year, immediately after Modi's coming to power in 14, the India's rank in the global hunger index was somewhere 77 or 78 out of 125 nations. It was not a very prestigious position for a country like India. For a country which is boasting that by another 3 years they will become the third immediately after America, biggest economy. The point is that during this period, India's rank in the hunger index, from 77 it has gone down to 111 out of 125 nations, even below Pakistan and Bangladesh. You add, link all the 3 points together, what is the future? And among the unemployed, latest report is telling more than 42% are graduate and with higher education. This is the situation. Link this, around 35 lakh schools, primary schools were closed in the country. Kerala remains to be the only exception. Still in Kerala, in terms of school enrollment rate, Kerala is one of the topmost state in the country. In terms of enrollment in higher secondary and above, again Kerala is number 2 out of all 25 countries. It is because the alternative policy package the LDF government is fighting for and implementing it, facing all nasty sabotage and conspiracy by the Modi regime not to give its due share of the central revenue, restriction on making borrowing and other things, putting spanner on every employment generating project in the state like highways and etc. But thus LDF is determined because they have an alternative approach. As elected by the people, we must stand by the people, not that handful of corporates who have, by help of the central government, top 1% rich people has cornered more than 50% of the national wealth, whereas below 50% are having only hardly 13%. This dangerous reality, again Kerala stands an exception. It represents a state which pays highest minimum wage, not only to Kerala workers, but all migrant workers who are coming from outside the state. They are taken care of. That is the alternative policy package. One for the people, one for their handful of corporates. Handful, hardly 10, 12, 15, vis-a-vis 140 crore people. That's the challenge before us. You have to decide which way to go. If they are not stopped, then Constitution, whatever be the provision binding in the directive principles of state policy, they will erase it out. They will finish it. They will destroy the sovereign independent economy of the country. They will block all the roads of employment generation, turning a disaster, and in between they will try to build up riotous situation between different religion. You are unemployed, not getting job, it is because of him. It is because of him. Like that, we will busy in fighting others, they will manage their game. That's a grave conspiracy against the independent India, which we could develop during last 75 years with all limitation, despite all limitation. This conspiracy has to be broken to the bone. And it is people who can save themselves. Fighting and making victorious those political forces who stand by people resolutely, commitment, determined way, uncompromisingly, and fight the battle against the pro-rich, pro-corporate, barbarous, perverted economic regime led by the central government. In this language, the matter to be taken to every individual people. What is your future? Whichever party you may be. It is landing the country into a dark, and definitely as a politically advanced state, Kerala has the responsibility that, and on that premise, we appeal to the people of Kerala to ensure decisive victory of the LDF candidate, all the LDF candidate in the state, that will strengthen left force, a committed force, a unsellable force inside the parliament, and help the conspirators, and will break the conspirators' conspiracy to finish our dear India. A one nation, despite all diversity, they want to finish it up. That's why they are attacking constitution, attacking secularism, attacking quality employment, attacking common people's democratic right, attacking right to dissent, everything. They must be taught a lesson in this parliamentary election, and it is anyway, fight or perish. With that spirit, this fight has to be taken up. That is my appeal to you with these words. Again repeating our appeal that be a soldier in this battle, reaching the entire community of populace on the need to fight against the enemy of the nations at the center, and also the die-hard opportunism of some of the political forces, and defeating those, ensure victory of the LDF candidates in all the 20 constituencies in Kerala, and in particular in Bhattakara, Comrade Shailaja, kindly make him victorious and do everything to reach people to ensure that then only country can be saved, people can be saved. You have to lead the people of India in this battle. Thank you, Comrade Inqilab Zindabad.